I'm here with Maria De Rosa, founder and creator of Papier Fashionista. Welcome.
Thank you.
You have brought us some absolutely beautiful invitations that you create, but first I want you to give me a little background on how this company was created.
I graduated in fashion design, I would say about 20 years ago. And I started Papier Fashionista as a full-time thing when I realized that there was such a big demand through family and friends. I had like a passion for paper and I wanted to implement fashion onto paper. I realized I wasn't fulfilled with my fashion career, so I started doing this and I just had fun with it. I love working with brides and grooms, so at the end of the day, it just came out that way.
So my first question is, why should a bride and groom choose a customized invitation as opposed to buying a box set?
Custom invitations is really the way to go today, in my opinion, just because I feel like it sets the tone, it sets the mood to your wedding, and it's important. And
it's the first thing that the guest will receive, correct?
It's the first impression to the wedding. So I'd like to say that, it's like tiny little gifts that you're kind of handing out to your guests. So it makes it unique and special when it comes from the bride and groom. And I just feel like it's a sense of you don't have that relationship when you're just buying online type of thing, So it's nice to have a little bit of that guidance when you're working with a stationery designer.
Now, how far in advance should a bride or groom be coming to see you to get this process started?
I would say about 6 to 7 months before, just because it's like pretty much you're designing a dress. You need all these little elements to put it together to make it look beautiful. Well, same thing for invitations. I mean, if we're going to add pearl to the invitation, if we're going to add diamonds and so on and so forth, like for example, wax seals are very popular this year. So, the wax seal takes time to actually seal every single invitation, depending on how many you have. And I really believe that 6 to 7 months before is the actual time frame to actually come and see an invitation designer.
And in order for a bride and groom to make a choice to really stream down to what they want, how much inspiration or how much idea should they be coming to you with?
Well, you tend to get a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to internet today and Pinterest and so on and so forth. But I really say the best advice I can give to brides and grooms today is just stick with your style. Just go with who you are together as a couple, and that's what's going to bring out the invitation at the end of the day.
Is that usually who's coming in to pick out the invitation? Is the bride and groom, or do they bring other family members with them?
No, they tend to bring a lot of their family members too sometimes, but it's okay. Like everybody sees, they want that encouragement. They want to make sure they're making the right decisions, and it's fine. It makes it all more fun at the end of the day. So.
And how often, when they come in and they think they have an idea, how often do you change that idea?
I would say about 80% of the time, just because sometimes, you need to be realistic about what you want and you need to respect your budget at the end of the day. So yeah, it's all nice when you see Pinterest stuff and so on and so forth, but it's just really used for inspiration. It's not used for the actual product.
It's the starting point. It comes to you, and then you can, like you said, you pick the different colors, you different the paper, and not even just paper, you have other types of invitations.
Yes, well actually plexiglass is very popular this year. There's the marble effect that you can use as a background on a piece of paper. You can add pearls, you can add diamonds. There's the wood.
The wood for rustic. A country wedding, or you've got an elegant wedding.
Exactly,
So what's one of the biggest trends that you see right now?
Trends in terms of color, I would say it's probably going to be the rose golds and the blush, and of course, actually Pantone announced their color this year as being the ultraviolet color of the season. So
so just like fashion, you said it goes right into
exactly. So it's implemented onto pieces of paper, and you can use the ultraviolet with silvers and golds. So it's really fun. There's so many different elements and so many different things that we can do with design.
There is, like you said, you've got your diamonds, you've got pearls, you've got.
Exactly, it's kind of endless at the end of the day, so. Yeah.
I could see that. And do you have any favorite projects that you've done?
I do. I actually had the privilege of working with Caroline Neron and Martin Lafleur, and also Denis Fortin from 105.7 FM. And basically, it was just fun, having to cater to celebrities and working with them and actually using it in my portfolio as well.
Well, definitely, when I get an invitation like that in the mail, I think I'm going to a celebrity wedding. So you have beautiful, beautiful pieces of artwork is really what they are. If you go onto our website, you're going to find the link, and you can go check out her beautiful designs.